Have you ever felt invisible to someone you desperately wanted to notice you? That gut-wrenching feeling of being overlooked, undervalued, or outright ignored by a person whose opinion means the world to you? It's a universal human experience that can leave us feeling small, powerless, and consumed by the desire to make them see our worth. But what if I told you that the path to being valued doesn't lie in making others obsessed with you, but in revolutionizing your relationship with yourself? In this video, we're going to explore a Stoic approach to turning the tables on unrequited appreciation and discover how true value comes from within. In the next minutes, we'll delve into ancient wisdom and modern psychology to uncover the secrets of self-worth, genuine connection, and personal growth. You'll learn how to transform your mindset and become magnetic without compromising your values or sacrificing your peace of mind. If you find value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment below. Your engagement helps us reach more people who might benefit from this message. Why obsession isn't the answer. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, desperately trying to control the wind with your bare hands. Sounds absurd, right? Yet that's exactly what we're doing when we attempt to manipulate someone's feelings or perceptions of us. The harsh truth is that we have about as much control over another person's thoughts and emotions as we do over the weather. This futile pursuit of external validation is a trap that many of us fall into, especially when we feel undervalued or ignored. We exhaust ourselves trying to prove our worth, constantly seeking approval and recognition from others. But here's the kicker. The more we chase after someone's attention or try to force their obsession, the more elusive it becomes. It's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands, frustrating and ultimately pointless. So, what would the ancient Stoics say about this dilemma? They'd likely remind us of the dichotomy of control, the principle that some things are within our power while others are not. Our own thoughts, actions and attitudes, those we can influence. Other people's opinions and feelings about us, not so much. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals, not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." When we obsess over making someone value us, we're handing over our peace of mind to factors entirely outside our control. Instead of fixating on changing someone else's perception, Stoicism encourages us to focus inward, cultivating our own character and virtues. By shifting our attention from external validation to internal growth, we not only regain our power, but also become the kind of person who naturally commands respect and admiration, without the need for obsession or manipulation. The foundation of true value. Imagine you're holding a diamond in your hand. Its value doesn't change whether someone recognizes it or not. It remains precious regardless of external opinions. You, my friend, are that diamond. Your inherent worth isn't determined by anyone else's perception or validation. It's an immutable fact of your existence. The Stoics understood this fundamental truth centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This realization is the cornerstone of cultivating genuine self-worth. It's about recognizing that your value comes from within, not from the fickle opinions of others. So how do we tap into this wellspring of self-worth? It starts with ruthless self-reflection and radical acceptance. Take a moment to pause the video and grab a pen and paper. Now, write down 5 qualities you admire about yourself. Struggling? That's okay. We often find it easier to criticize than to praise ourselves. but push through that discomfort. Maybe you're resilient, creative, or compassionate. Perhaps you have a killer sense of humor, or you're a loyal friend. These qualities are part of your intrinsic value, regardless of whether others see them or not. The practice of self-reflection allows us to recognize our strengths and accept our flaws, forming a more complete and honest picture of who we are. With consistent practice, this self-awareness evolves into a rock-solid sense of self. It's like building a fortress that can withstand the storms of external judgment and rejection. When you truly know and accept yourself, other people's opinions lose their power over you. You no longer need someone else to be obsessed with you because you're secure in your own worth. This doesn't mean becoming arrogant or dismissive of others. Instead, it's about achieving a balanced self-perception that isn't swayed by external validation or criticism. Remember, as Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By cultivating this unshakable self-worth, you're equipping yourself with the ultimate superpower, the ability to remain centered and valued, regardless of how others perceive you. When indifference becomes magnetic. Ever noticed how the moment you stop caring about something, it suddenly becomes more available? This isn't just a cosmic joke. It's a psychological phenomenon known as the scarcity principle. We humans have a peculiar tendency to value what's rare or hard to get. Think about it. Limited edition sneakers, sold-out concert tickets, or that person who never seems to be available. Their perceived scarcity makes them more desirable. Now, let's apply this to personal relationships. When you're constantly available, always seeking approval, you inadvertently signal that your time and attention are abundant and therefore less valuable. It's like flooding the market with a product. The price inevitably drops. But when you cultivate a sense of healthy indifference, not neediness, you become the rare commodity. Suddenly, you're the intriguing puzzle others want to solve. This is where Stoic philosophy offers a powerful tool, the practice of detachment. The Stoics advocated for emotional equilibrium, maintaining a steady state regardless of external circumstances. Epictetus advised, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." In the context of relationships, this means not attaching your happiness or self-worth to another person's approval. It's about finding contentment within yourself, independent of others' opinions or actions. When you embody this Stoic detachment, you exude a quiet confidence that's magnetically attractive. You're no longer the person desperately seeking validation, but the one who's mysteriously self-assured. This shift in energy is palpable and often irresistible to others. They'll wonder, what's their secret? Why are they so unaffected? Your indifference becomes a powerful force of attraction, drawing people in without you even trying. Mastering the art of genuine connection. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by people, yet you feel completely alone. Why? Because true connection isn't about physical proximity, it's about genuine understanding and empathy. Enter the lost art of active listening. In our fast-paced, notification-driven world, we've forgotten how to truly hear others. Active listening isn't just about staying quiet while someone else talks. It's about being fully present, absorbing not just their words, but the emotions and intentions behind them. Next time you're in a conversation, try this. Put away your phone, maintain eye contact, and focus entirely on the speaker. Don't just wait for your turn to talk, really listen. You'll be amazed at how this simple shift can deepen your connections and make others feel truly valued in your presence. Now let's talk about the secret source of meaningful conversations. It's not about impressing others with your wit or knowledge. It's about creating a space where ideas and emotions can flow freely. Ask open-ended questions that invite reflection. Instead of, "How was your day?" try, "What was the most interesting part of your day?" Share your own vulnerable thoughts and experiences. Remember, depth breeds connection. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "Everywhere means nowhere." Apply this to conversation. Don't skim the surface of 100 topics. Dive deep into a few. These rich, substantive exchanges are the building blocks of lasting connections. They transform you from someone seeking attention to someone others genuinely want to engage with. Lastly, let's address the elephant in the room: authenticity. In a world of carefully curated social media personas, real authenticity stands out like a beacon. Being authentic means aligning your words, actions, and values. It's about being true to yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. The Stoics emphasized the importance of living virtuously, not for others' approval, but because it's the right thing to do. When you embody this authenticity, you build trust naturally. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who aren't afraid to show their true selves. Remember, you're not trying to make someone obsessed with a facade. You're inviting them to connect with the real you. This authenticity, combined with active listening and meaningful conversation, creates a magnetic pull that's far more powerful than any manipulative tactic. Becoming irresistible to yourself. Imagine you're a sculptor, and your life is your masterpiece. Every day you have the chisel in your hand, ready to carve out something extraordinary. This isn't just poetic metaphor, it's the essence of personal growth. Setting and achieving goals isn't about impressing others, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Start small. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn or improve? Maybe it's playing an instrument, mastering a new language, or finally nailing that perfect push-up. Write it down. Now, break it into manageable steps. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your best self. As you start ticking off these small wins, you'll notice something magical happening. Your confidence grows, your self-respect deepens. You become more interesting, not just to others, but to yourself. But here's the real kicker. Personal growth isn't a destination, it's a journey. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Embracing continuous self-improvement means accepting that you're a work in progress, always evolving, always becoming. It's about cultivating a growth mindset, where challenges are opportunities and failures are lessons. This mindset is incredibly attractive to yourself and to others. When you're constantly pushing your boundaries, exploring new horizons, you become a source of inspiration. People are naturally drawn to those who are passionate about life and learning. Your enthusiasm becomes contagious. Suddenly, you're not the one desperately seeking attention. You're the one others want to be around, to learn from, to grow with. And the best part, even if no one else notices, you'll be too engrossed in your own fascinating journey to care. Turning pain into opportunity. Let's face it, rejection stings. Whether it's a crush who doesn't reciprocate your feelings or a friend who doesn't value your time, it can feel like a sucker punch to the gut. But what if I told you that rejection could be your greatest teacher? The Stoics had a radical approach to adversity. They viewed hardships not as punishments, but as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing that seems to be blocking your path can become your path to growth. Next time you face rejection, try this Stoic technique. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift in perspective can transform rejection from a dead end into a doorway. Now, let's get practical. How do we actually learn and grow from rejection? Start by examining the situation objectively. Was there something you could have done differently? Perhaps you need to work on your communication skills, or maybe you were seeking validation from the wrong sources. Use this insight as fuel for self-improvement. Remember, the goal isn't to make that specific person value you, it's to become a person you value. Each rejection is an opportunity to refine your character, to become more resilient, more self-aware. It's like tempering steel. The heat of rejection can make you stronger, more flexible, and ultimately more valuable. As you practice reframing rejection, you'll notice something incredible happening. You start developing an inner strength that's unshakable. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to view rejection as a catalyst for growth rather than a reflection of your worth, you reclaim your power. You become less dependent on others' approval and more confident in your own path. This resilience is magnetic. People are drawn to those who can weather storms with grace and emerge stronger. So the next time someone doesn't see your value, remember, their inability to appreciate you doesn't diminish your worth. It's merely an opportunity for you to recognize and enhance it yourself. The art of letting go. Picture yourself gripping a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. This is the paradox of attachment. The more desperately we cling to something, the more elusive it becomes. Accepting what's beyond our control is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus wisely noted, "Some things are in our control and others not." We can't control whether someone values us, but we can control our response to their indifference. This doesn't mean becoming cold or uncaring. Instead, it's about cultivating a mindset of equanimity, a calm acceptance of things as they are. When you stop trying to force outcomes or manipulate others' perceptions, you'll find a profound sense of peace. You're no longer at the mercy of external validation. You're free. But how do we actually practice this non-attachment in relationships? Start by recognizing that every person is on their own journey with their own perceptions and values. Their opinion of you is more a reflection of them than it is of you. When you internalize this truth, you can approach relationships with an open hand rather than a clenched fist. You enjoy connections for what they are, without desperately trying to make them something they're not. This attitude of non-attachment paradoxically makes you more attractive. You exude a quiet confidence, a sense of self-assuredness that doesn't hinge on others' approval. People are drawn to this energy. They want to understand the source of your inner peace. By letting go of the need to be valued by everyone, you become truly valuable to those who matter. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Inspiring genuine respect. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall amidst crashing waves. It doesn't chase after ships or beg for attention. It simply shines, guiding those who need its light. This is the essence of leading by example. Instead of obsessing over making someone value you, focus on embodying the qualities you admire. Are you drawn to kindness? Practice random acts of compassion. Do you respect intelligence? Commit to lifelong learning. Admire strength. Face your fears head-on. As you consistently align your actions with your values, you become a living testament to your principles. This authenticity is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who walk their talk. You're no longer trying to convince anyone of your worth. You're demonstrating it through your actions every day. Now, let's flip the script. Instead of fixating on being valued, how about encouraging growth in others? The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who teaches learns twice." When you shift your focus from seeking validation to uplifting those around you, something remarkable happens. You create an environment of mutual growth and respect, offer genuine compliments, share knowledge without expectation, celebrate others' successes as if they were your own. This generosity of spirit is contagious. As you inspire growth in others, you'll find yourself growing too. You become someone people want to be around, not because you're demanding their attention, but because you're enriching their lives. Finally, let's talk about fostering mutual respect and appreciation. This is the culmination of everything we've discussed: self-worth, authenticity, personal growth, and non-attachment. When you value yourself, respect others, and contribute positively to your relationships, you create a foundation for genuine admiration. Remember, respect isn't demanded, it's earned. By consistently showing up as your best self and treating others with dignity, you cultivate an atmosphere of reciprocal respect. You're no longer the person desperately seeking validation, but the one others look up to and value naturally. As Marcus Aurelius advised, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This balance of self-discipline and empathy for others is the key to inspiring not just obsession, but something far more valuable: genuine respect and admiration. I hope you found value in this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you made it to the end, write Amor Fati in the comments. New to the channel? Hit that subscribe button. Remember, true worth comes from within. Embrace your journey and let your inner light shine. Until next time, stay stoic.